Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz.
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
And we're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. This episode is brought to you by our patrons, because y'all are awesome and you give us money. I'm not allowed to make a joke there anymore. But
There's the joke.
that's the joke, is me referencing the not joke making. All right, so go to patreon.com/theeffectsloop if you want to join our wonderful group of patrons from the Patreon.
Supporters.
Patreon.
If you can't be an athletic contender, be an athletic supporter.
What?
That's That's from Greece. That was like one of my favorite jokes in Greece.
It's been a while.
It's whenever she does the announcements. If you can't be an athletic contender, be an athletic supporter. It's a jockstrap joke. That was new.
It's new by referencing Greece.
Scott?
It's the first time I've referenced Greece on the show.
I think that's accurate.
No, I'm just waiting for Ben or Tom or somebody. Well, actually, first time you referenced it. Yeah.
Episode 26, 14 minutes in, you said greased lightning. It's like, all right, I don't know. Okay, but yeah, once again, thank you to all of our supporters.
Thank you for that timely reference from that 1978 movie, Grease.
Did you look that up?
Yep.
Okay. just wanted to make sure you didn't get full credit for knowing the year Grease came out.
No, but I mean, that's young John Travolta, so.
I was like, yo. All right. So.
Did you just Joey Lawrence impression?
What?
John Travolta?
Sure. I mean, they're the same impression.
It's the same picture.
It's the same guy. They're the same people. Yo. You know, I'm John Travolta. You know, they took off my face. It's in that Face Off movie. All right. Scott, what's new with you? I'm doing the rest of the episode in John Travolta voice. Just deal with it.
Oh, Lord.
You asked for it.
Oh, I didn't.
You did.
No, I did.
I've got the message to prove it.
Run the tapes back.
Yeah. Gladys, if you could pull up the notes from the last meeting we had, thank you.
Weird how it's handwritten on a napkin in your house. How'd that happen?
Why is that so funny?
Because that's something you would do.
It is.
It's like, here's the note to prove it.
Yeah, right here. It says it. It says, like, oh my God. It'd be something.
Taco Bell in the back.
Yeah, it's on the back of a Taco Bell receipt.
Scott's never even eaten at Cookout. How do you have a napkin from it? Yeah.
Oh,
you didn't even spell Scott right.
There's no K in Scott. It's just it's a scooter.
Oof. Are we on what's new?
Yes.
Sure.
Are we just stuck in this stupidity for a little while? What are we doing here?
Well, let's just take the scenic route to the stupidity. And on the right, you can see Diaz being a jackass. On the left, you can see Scott being a dick about Diaz being a jackass. And then there's Chris just over here looking at the sky, having no clue what's going on.
At least it's accurate.
I mean, yeah, it was pretty accurate. I thought that was very, very well done.
Yeah, I mean, you acknowledge that me being a dick is perfectly justified.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying like, it's not like I was like, here's Scott being a dick because the sky is blue. No, it's because Diaz is Diaz. Diaz is as Diaz does, you know? Hey, there's a shirt idea.
Diaz is.
As Diaz does.
Have we updated our Teespring or whatever the service we use?
Oh God, no!
But we need
not
to.
Not even close.
I need to reach out to somebody to get us some T-shirt designs, like just some basic ones.
I think Diaz Nuts is going to be a popular one.
Oh my God!
At least
I feel bad if we asked Jonathan Burns to draw that one out.
Jonathan Burns.
That's a name drop that I don't know
Fuck, he's the guy that owns all the fancy gear and Gear Talk Prison Workshop. He's like
an hour from me.
He does graphic design?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. I thought Joshua Frazier was the only person who did graphic design.
No.
And Karen.
I mean, that was like the thing he does on the side.
That Eric guy.
Fucking Eric. I don't know who Eric is.
Anyway.
All right. Scott, what's new? What's new, Scott?
Get us focused.
Did we talk about I got another DRV?
No.
Yeah, I got another DRV. So I sold my old one
6?
a while ago.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I thought like you had two at the same time. I'm like, different colors?
Well, so I had the blackout one.
Which is beautiful.
It's beautiful, but you can't read it when you're actually trying to adjust it with the stage lights down.
Yeah.
So I sold it during the great gear crunch of last year, because why not? Because I was like, oh, I'll just get on the wait list again and just get a new one and eat the flip. You know, like I made like whatever, $50 or whatever on selling it. So I got a new one in the number 3 colorway, which is the white box with the. You okay, Diaz?
The date on the I can't tell what you said. Wait list. You said something about.
Are you finally coming up on the wait list? Because it's been like 3 or 4 years.
I'm checking. Just
they're 4 years long now. Like it's getting long. It's 2017 dates still. I'm a 2019. Yeah, so I still have it in the plastic. I haven't opened it yet, but yeah. Oh, my camera's off. Anyway, it's the white one with the silver knobs. And the red, yellow, and red, or blue, yellow, and red stripe on the logo, which is easier to see. So I'm going to keep it that way. So at some point, I need to profile this thing and throw it on my Quad Cortex.
It's on September 19th, 2017. I'm September 30th.
Oh, man, you're right up in time.
I know. It's getting close, which is great. So that means I got about 3 months to save up.
No, actually, you got about a month.
Yeah, well, I mean, even then, once it comes up, I don't have to buy it right away.
That is true. That is true.
Yep.
So what are you selling to make that happen?
Well, I accidentally sold. Well, not accidentally, but I got a random reverb notification that my pink Pelotar sold. That's been up for ever. Yeah. 2 years.
Has it really?
It's just been sitting there. I mean, they didn't make an offer or anything. They just bought it.
Huh. Wow.
They paid with a firm, so.
Ugh.
Well, hey, I got my money.
A firm seems like overkill for a $200 pedal.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, but I don't care. I mean, I'm getting my money.
Dave Ramsey cares.
You know what? I'm like really pissed off. Well, I've become way more financially responsible, so I haven't bought. I kind of went crazy there, like whenever I first moved into my own place and everything. I honestly, my goal was, while I had the ability to, was to buy all the shit I wanted to buy.
That's how credit works, and that's how you get stuck in credit.
Well,
I'm guilty too here, dude. How many years I spent paying off a car I shouldn't have bought?
But I used like Quad Pay or Afterpay. It's like we'll split up into 4 payments. Okay. So, and I've got all of those paid off now.
That's good. I mean, that's where people get into trouble, is they round up all these giant, like, you're just stuck in payments, and then something else hits you. So now you need to finance that, and then you need to finance that.
Right.
So, I mean,
and the only 2 things that I've picked up that I'm financing since I got my own place is furniture. Well, I guess one thing, like, it's all my furniture.
So how many different Synchrony credit cards do you have right now?
I have no credit cards.
Oh.
So, but I mean, pretty much my goal is within the next year. Well, what I'm wanting to do is, once I get my income tax return, I'm going to use all of that to pay off my furniture, and then, and then just kind of chill. But I am moving into, if I want to buy something, I have to sell something, or I'm going to have to start gigging again.
I mean, I don't know about you. This is less a financial decision and more a just I'm out of space kind of mentality. Now that I've been living in my place for too long, I'm definitely having a just I have too much junk or just stuff that's sitting around, and so things like with some gear stuff, I'm like, all right, what's leaving if I'm buying this? Because like I don't want to store all this stuff anymore. I just feel weird, like spending a year and a half inside my house, as much as I have, made me really conscious of how quickly things become messy or cluttered and stuff like that. And I'm like, if I'm not using it, I want it gone.
Well, I've got all of my pedals are set up as kind of decoration. You know what I mean? Like you guys saw earlier.
Yep.
It's part of the decor in my apartment, so that doesn't bother me. But there is some stuff that I'm like, I'm never going to use this. So I pretty much what I'm looking at is getting things I don't plan on using. And, cause I do want to get a board, cause I haven't had a pedal board in months. I've just been kind of throwing pedals on the ground and messing around.
Wait, did you sell your old boards?
Nope. Still got them. But I'm going to get a bigger board because the pedals I want to put on it now are a lot larger. Like my Rotosphere, I want that on my pedal board.
You're gonna have to get like a 90s like holy board and like the giant, well,
I'm
6
thinking,
foot wide Mike Eisinger.
Well, no, I don't think it'll be that bad because I've really calmed it down in my like delay section. And I mean reverb, I've just got my Flint. That's my reverb and my tremolo.
That's it.
Yep, that's all I'm using for reverb and tremolo.
Wow.
Is the Flint, because the Flint can get I don't really go into the whole shimmer spacey thing with my reverb, but the Flint can get me very, very, very ambient sounding if I want to. So it's not a huge deal. And tremolo, I'm not a huge tremolo guy. I use tremolo like one of two ways. I usually use it as just a really soft kind of like make my noise, make a little bit of noise, or I'm very choppy Tom Morello, and the Flint can do both.
Oh, dude, get into harmonic tremolo.
Well, there's a harmonic tremolo on the Flint.
I know, but like once you get bit by that bug, oof. See, it's actually partly that's I don't really like phasers that much because I like harmonic trem so much.
Right.
And they kind of that's my swirl. If you think of it that way.
Mm-hmm.
I very much though go to a tremolo faster than I go to a flange or a chorus or even a phaser.
See, chorus is a weird one for me too. I don't use a lot of chorus, so I've got the Eddy, very small, and it covers a lot of ground. But before we forget, so my what's new is
I forgot to mention my other thing.
Oh my gosh.
So this is gonna sound goofy, but I went on Amazon and got a bunch of ring resizers. Have you seen these? Have you heard this? They're little strips of foam with adhesive on the back of them where they're meant for like if your ring is too big, and I put them in my slides.
Oh, wow.
And now my slides fit like a glove, like super tight. And it feels like I've been practicing for 10 years on a slide. It's amazing like when one fits, how much better it is.
Huh. So you sound better, or you just think you play better?
My technique is better because like it's not flopping on me anymore. Okay. And so now I'm doing that thing where like if you fret the note underneath the slide, you can play notes underneath it. Do you know that trick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before I couldn't do that. So there you go. Ring resizers. Worked really well.
Oh, that's cool. My what's new is just that I sold a pedal without paying attention. So
good job.
Yeah. Hey, it was a win. Hey, look.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
like,
like pretty much. Well, I was sitting there and I was like figuring out my bills and everything, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be freaking tight. And then
that's what she said.
Your Pelotar sold. I was like, oh, okay then. But yeah. All right, Chris, what's new with you?
Bad. I picked up a Quartz. What was it? Effector.
So what I didn't. All right. So I've not been really chatting in the group that much. I've been just really busy and kind of out of it. But they had one of those in a pawn shop near me, and I freaking thought that it was like the craziest, cool, fun thing. How much did you pay for it?
160.
Not bad.
No, because they go for 3 something on Reverb all day. But yeah, I still don't know if it was like a battery thing or if it was something else, because I've basically stripped all the electronics out of it at one point. But basically every button made it into a like tremolo, basically. So I think there was some kind of short somewhere. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to pull all this out and like go ahead and like refinish it like I wanted to. So that was the ultimate goal, was to basically just get a Explorer style guitar that I can strip.
Did you use
and
that
put a
in
new neck
Explorer?
on? Yeah,
he used to have
a black standard and then a 76 reissue.
Isn't that the Kona or whatever color? The like
the natural
or Corinna, something like that.
Corina.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I'm wanting to eventually work up to one of those again, but for now I'm probably just gonna do a nice little sparkle finish on it and call it a day.
There you go.
Yeah. So I think that's all I have new. So.
Oh, dude, one of my kids started picking up guitar. Tristan, my middle child, he picked up a guitar and started playing. He played the intro to Tennessee Whiskey, and he also played the intro to, he loves the theme song from Fallout.
Interesting.
Couldn't
Which
even
one?
tell you what that sounds like.
It is not the main theme, but it's the it's an old timey song.
Johnny Guitar.
No,
No,
hold
Fallout's a video game, right?
it is.
It's by the Ink Spots. It's not the theme song. It's one of the songs on it. It's I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire by the Ink Spots. And it's really simple, and it was just really cool. Apparently all of their songs start this way. Really quick. Do you think we'll get in trouble if I play the intro really quick?
Yes.
Okay, well, do you want to risk it?
No.
I was just really
You can send it to us.
No, I'm not sharing anything.
Post it in the group.
No, I don't want. Yeah. If you guys want to go, you can check out the group chat.
Post in the group like
patreon.com.
right now, so no one knows what it's like for at least 24 hours.
Do people actually go into the group?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't been on Facebook in a couple weeks.
I honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't even know. Maybe we'll do this to. Shh, don't get. Shut up. But yeah. So sorry, that was kind of new for me too. All right, let's get moving on.
Yeah.
And if you want to have fun, you can go to the Effects Loop group on Facebook, facebook.com/group/the Effects Loop, and go in there and you can comment. Be the first person to comment. Comment a random vegetable. Okay. Speaking of random vegetables, so because Effects teams with Jordan Ziff for a miniature Ziffer overdrive pedal. So it's a modern twist on the TS style overdrive because we do not have enough tube speakers.
Is it that modern of a twist? Chris was asking me this during the intro, and I was just like, he's like, what makes this special? And I'm like, I don't know.
So first question is, who's Jordan Ziff?
I don't know.
Okay, so we don't feel bad. If you're Jordan Ziff, let me know who you are.
So if this is Jordan Ziff in this video,
got a haircut.
He looks interesting. Yep, that's Jordan Ziff. Yeah, take a shower, dude. So I'm just kidding.
Is he just a solo artist? Like, does instrumental crap?
I don't know. It's $169 for a Tube Screamer variant.
Oh, he's the guitar player from Rat.
Who? Mouse Rat?
No, just Rat.
No.
No. I don't know who that is.
Oh, Mouse Rat. That'd be great.
Rat's a 80s hair metal band.
Round and round.
Oh, them?
He joined in.
Yeah. Stephen Pierce, he's the
2018.
lead singer. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he wasn't alive when most of their songs were on the charts.
Probably not. He looks younger than us.
Yeah. So. Right. Moving on. $169 for that.
So it's
Magnetic.
What makes it
No,
different? It has a
no.
mix knob, so you can go wet to dry. There's an EQ knob bypass kind of a thing. So you have your normal gain, tone, level, whatever. There's LED or asymmetrical or some other diode clipping options that you can switch between. There's a deep knob that changes some of the EQ character. So it's a versatile tube screamer, but I feel like this has just been done already. So you can go grab one for $170. You're right there, Diaz?
Yeah.
Just waiting for it to hit. Anyway, Chris, talk to us about this new phaser.
The magnetic effects eye to eye phaser. It's a 4-stage analog phaser from New Zealand, from what I can tell.
Well, it's a collaboration with the band, the Dadsons from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Magnetic effects might be out of England.
They might be.
No, they're out of England.
Oh, they are. Okay. Yeah. There was not a demo on this one, so we cannot tell you what it sounds like.
It's 4-phase phaser or 4-stage phaser.
So imagine a 2-stage phaser and then double it.
That makes sense to me.
Yep. Math checks out.
Which one's the 2-stage? Is that the phase 90? Or is that the phase 45?
I really have no clue.
Oh.
I'm going to say the 90 because that's twice as much as 45.
Well, just given how Diaz is our resident phaser aficionado, I would have hoped he'd know
Okay.
something.
I think he's kind of phased right now.
Here, listen, hold on. So, all right. Anywho, there's a amp repair guy technician that's in my area that, in my opinion, he's really good. He does a lot of work. He's pretty well known in East Tennessee area, I guess, if you're having, whatever. But he posted the other day, and he was kind of like he doesn't understand why techs are rude to guitar players, and how he hates the fact that guitar players feel embarrassed that they don't know things about their amps. And I posted on there, and him and I had a good little chat about that. Was like, my thing is I'm a guitar player. When it comes down to it, like, I know some things, but I'm not I'm not a knowledgeable person about how things work. I just know how to usually I can make them sound good. So yeah, I don't know shit about it. Fuck. It's my favorite.
It's like, I know
Robin
how to
Williams
use the
line.
thing.
If only I could use that as our episode title.
I don't know shit about fuck.
Yep.
That's my favorite Robin Williams line. If you haven't seen Robin Williams live on Broadway, you're missing out on some of the most amazing humor in the world.
I don't think I've seen it.
And on the dude, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's an Easter egg on the DVD. It's from 2000 or 2001. I think it's 2000. I was watching this in high school, and we used to like bring a portable DVD player to school and sit in the hallway and watch it. There's an Easter egg on the DVD that is just every swear word that he says just tied together, just like boom, 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 boom. It lasts over 3 minutes. So, I mean, from an hour-long video, like literally 3 whole minutes is just swear words, just boom, 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 back to back. But yeah. So no, I don't know anything about the different stages of phasers. I like to flip the switches and turn the knobs and make it sound good. Anywho, that was was that a soapbox?
Perhaps.
A small one.
Very small soapbox. It's not the size of the soapbox. It's how you stand on it.
Yeah.
All right. So
I feel like did we talk about this last week?
This looks no.
I was not here.
No, we did not
Did we
talk
skip
about this.
over it in our massive rundown? Like, I feel like this would have been something. The date on this should have been whatever. We're talking about it again. Gordon Smith Guitars introduces the Gatsby, its first offset electric guitar, featuring some home wound GSP 90 pickups, an offset vibrato, and a roller bridge.
I like this.
I like the look of this too.
I feel it's very classy. I feel like it borrows from a lot of different styles of guitars.
It blends a few though, which actually really works.
Right, but it doesn't. Honestly, I don't know if it's because it's named Gatsby that makes me think it's more eloquent. Like that lens, that's a great name for it too. Like it looks very nice. I think the wood grain showing through is beautiful on the one that we're seeing, the tobacco finish one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now available, so you can get a poplar one for 1,300 euros. So that's probably what
US.
So
1,800 US.
Those are not. That's not the symbol for euros.
Pounds. Sorry. I apologize to all my British listeners. Our British listeners, not mine.
Yeah, they only listen to you.
There's a few great
so
finishes
they only get
in here.
1/3 of the episode.
So they do the pastel kind of blue, but they also do some interesting deep colors too. Like this deep red, this deep maroon wine kind of finish looks great. White with tort.
Ooh.
So it's a play on the Jazzmaster body, but it's not quite there. They do the 3-position switch up in the Les Paul position, which a lot of people like.
It's got that contour that reminds me of like a Strat, like that elbow rest contour.
It kind of reminds me of like a PRS S2.
Okay, well, they're that too. Maybe they stole it from a Strat
like
or whatever.
A Jazzmaster normally has an arm contour like a Strat.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it's a super comfortable arm contour.
I love the pick guard.
Yeah, it's a smaller pick guard instead of the full body kind of thing. What does that remind me of?
Reminds me of a what is it? I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know what it reminds me of. Chris?
Which part?
The pick guard. The part we've been talking about for the past 3 minutes.
I heard like a loud boom outside, so I was curious.
Chris is distracted.
Yeah, that never happens.
That looks like something you'd be able to tell me what it is.
It's got
a Les
Junior-esque.
Yeah, I wanted to say Junior, but like I totally didn't want to be wrong since you're
actually, is it closer to an SG?
No.
A rounded, and a rounded SG because it's got that like half C's.
It's the top part only because it follows the body shape, which an SG pickguard does.
If you combined like the Gibson pick guards with like the off-brand or higher end remakes, that's where I would think of this, like on a Reverend or something. That's where I would place this.
I haven't seen the headstock though. The picture of the headstock. The make or break it.
That's true. Do we have a?
Yeah, you just gotta go to their website. Two-tone.
Oh yeah, two-tone headstocks are beautiful. Or matching headstocks.
You can some decent options in here.
It's pretty generic, custom made.
Has a brass nut as well. So all nice looking guitar. Now at $1,800, is this something?
Yeah, that's totally 800. Yeah, that's a fair. I think that is a.
It's the only offset I've like fully liked.
I think that $1,800 is a very fair price for that.
First off, do we just hear Chris say he's never liked an offset before?
Completely. Like there's always something.
I don't know. I haven't owned any offsets, have I? Besides technically the Firebird's an offset.
Yeah, Firebird. Yeah.
That's technically, but
cheap Jazzmaster.
I can't. I've never liked a Mustang or a Jazzmaster that I've bought. Like I've never bought one. I've never liked one enough to buy it. I mean, I'm not insulting people who own them, Scott.
Jeez.
Speaking of insulting, check out these new guitars. Not new. Vola updates its Oz and Vasti models to a V3.
We already talked about these. We definitely talked about these.
We did talk about these.
They're very pointy. That's all I have to say
do like
about
them, though. I do like them, though.
Off the list. Deleted.
Yeah. Delete. Your career is dead in regards to this episode.
Damn.
All right, so Gibson adds Ebony
Did you just try to
Hummingbird.
make a reference to something that we cut out of another episode?
Gibson adds Ebony Hummingbird, J45, and SJ200 to its exclusives collection. Okay. Cool.
Neat. Expensive Gibsons.
Ebony.
Are they ebony colored or actually made of ebony?
Plus nitrocellulose finish. That's all I know.
Spruce top. So they're just black guitars, black painted guitars.
Neat.
I kind of
Awesome.
like. What do you think of the Hummingbird pickguard on a black guitar?
I like it. I think
It looks
sexy.
better than on a
It's gorgeous.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always liked
so nice.
I've always liked the sunburst on that.
One of my favorite things is I love the double parallelogram or whatever those are called.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes,
that
I
inlay
love those.
style
Yeah,
versus like on the SJ200, the crowns.
yeah. Kylo, shut up! You already went potty.
Oh.
No, he wants
He's
one
been-
with crowns.
You want the one with the crowns, bro? You want the one with the crowns? Yeah. Go get a job and order with Daddy one. All right. Sorry, I'll stop
Can I
talking
just
about
say 46.49 for the price is a very specific number. They all came in at 49s now. Is that the new 99?
It might be.
Maybe for Gibson.
They're not willing to call it 46.50. They have to call it 46.49.
Yeah, 46.50 just sounds cheap.
Yeah, you're saving
Ugh.
$1.
All right.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Yawn.
Yeah.
All right, so this next one we really
Chris,
don't want to spend a long time on.
Chris, why don't you tell us about it?
Well, my page crashed. So it is Harmony launches a Bixby version of the Silhouette.
Okay, yeah, so they made a silhouette with a Bigsby. Cool story, bro.
I like the Silhouette.
Have we tried?
I do too. I'm not discounting the silhouette at all. I just think that it's just they added a Bigsby. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's finally a vibrato on the Harmony line.
Oh, there hasn't been one?
No,
No.
I mean, the Harmony guitar has
wow.
only been a thing for like 2 years.
That's true.
Well, this
Remember
version of Harmony has. only
Yeah,
been a
this
thing.
version,
Right.
yes.
I mean, so this is the. These are being made in Kalamazoo, right? With the out of the Heritage Factory.
I believe
sure.
so.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So, 1549
Yeah. Okay.
American-made guitar, gold foils, offset.
I mean, they're great guitars.
So
Fantastic. I loved every. I want one of the gold ones, the gold silhouettes. I love it.
I think the Silhouette's the only shape I actually like from Harmony right now.
Hands down. You know, there's a Hell's Angels in Norway
How did you get to that?
because it's on the advertisement right below the article. 20 brutal Hell's Angels rules that are mandatory. Can we talk about those?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are these the
If you feel
clickbait, like fake
Yeah.
news
Yeah.
article things?
Yeah.
You know what pisses me off is how many like real news sites have this.
I was about to say the
Right.
fact that you click on them and they're not real.
Well, there's that too, but like these are at the bottom of like CNN and Fox.
Yeah.
So like if you're looking up like going to
in all
I would-
fairness, most of Fox is just clickbait anyway. So
they're
Heard
they,
it here.
oh, I'm sorry.
everyone
I-
has a healthy amount of that. Anyway,
yeah. I mean, they all suck. We'll just leave it at that.
there's a lot of clickbait.
Yeah.
Speaking of clickbait, Black Bobbin is coming out with their own custom Jazzmaster line. You guys familiar with Black Bobbin?
No.
So remember Chicago Music Exchange had Shelby Pollard?
Yeah.
Yes.
He has gone off and started his own shop called Black Bobbin.
Okay, he was their offset guy, wasn't he? Like,
He was. They called him the sheriff, and he was Mr. Jazzmasters.
Jazzmaster. Okay.
And so he did a bunch of those videos with CME back in the day. And he recently did an interview with Tone Mob where he kind of goes through his whole like story of like how he wound up here, because he was doing something else for a little while. Then the pandemic kind of made him start his own shop, and so then he was doing special coffee, and now he's just been doing all these like special run kind of things with the hopes of eventually going to a full size shop. But so he has a signature line of pickups with is it Novak? Or is it Lawler? It's Lawler. He has a signature line of pickups with. But yeah, this is sort of Shelby's ideal version of a Jazzmaster being built by Iconic Guitars. Made to order.
Good on you, Shelby. Do what you love.
So you got all the classic stuff. You've got nickel frets.
I
You've
love
got the
that
clay
pick
dot.
guard.
You got cool tort. You've got a full mastery bridge and vibrato. It's 28 or 280K pots instead of a 1 meg pot, so it's a bit darker from the start, so you're not rolling stuff off. And I know that's how he personally set up his Jazzmaster, so that is something else pretty cool there. Outside of that, do you see the price on it?
They're not going to put a price up on these. I think
there was a price in the announcement. I'm just trying to find it. But yeah, you got to order them. They're limited to, I can't remember, but the contours are changed slightly. The body shapes changed slightly. There's a different headstock because it can't be a Fender one.
It's very close to the Fender headstock, except for where it curls into the ball at the end, that it goes real. Yeah, it goes really deep, closer to the tuning peg. It's a bigger ball.
So yeah,
I like it. You know what? Honestly, I like the look of that. I don't know if I'd ever play one, but I mean, I like it.
Oh, and it has the signature pickups. If I didn't say that, so yeah.
All right, well, let's move on. So what's this next thing? Because you put this in here, and this seems like something that you'd geek out over.
Yeah, so this was actually sent by a friend. Black Lion Audio has released the PGP portable studio grade power conditioner and surge protector. So I think we talked much about dirty power before and how annoying that is.
Well, remember whenever I was at my old house, I had very dirty power.
Yeah, and how noisy that winds up making everything, or when you have bad shared power or whatever. And so you want to get a power conditioner that actually does some power filtering to cut out some of that noise and help you isolate your ground. This is actually that technology brought into a surge protector format at $70.
Here's my question for an industry professional. So say I live in a house that was built before houses were kind of required to be grounded, and that's why I have dirty power. Would this clean it up?
Okay,
yes
so
no?
Theoretically, it's grounded in one way or another. It's just not grounded in the way you think it's grounded, because all power has a ground. It has to in order to function.
Okay.
So it's just how it's grounded, and so you have the dedicated ground, and then you have shared grounds, and that's where things can get noisy, is voltage differences between the ground and things like that. So if you live in a house without a properly modern ground,
right?
Sometimes you can actually, if you have conduit in your house, you actually might be able to just use the conduit as a ground. And still put modern plugs in. There are techniques and things like that. A lot of people just come in, they replace the plug with a new ground design. So it is able, you can retrofit houses if you just have the 2-prong outlets.
Okay, let's talk about this product though.
Okay.
I don't live there anymore. I'm not worried about it.
So I think we've all seen, in rack units, people will put like a Furman power conditioner.
Right.
This essentially brings that technology down into a surge protector. Because most people use either a power strip or a surge protector. And Furman makes a surge protector that claims EMI filtering, but does not do proper power filtering.
Okay.
So this is sort of this. There's a reason why this costs twice as much as the Furman power strip.
I mean, how much is it?
This is about $70.
Well, it's not horrible.
No, and I mean when you
for
think
what
about
it's doing.
I mean, it's a surge protector, so there will be people who will be like, "Well, I don't pay more than $10 for a surge."
But if you're getting power filtering, that's right there where I see spending the money. And also, I mean, here's the way I feel about this. Especially if you're like taking this with you places. Number one, you're creating something to help protect your equipment from from the unknown, from the power surges but because you don't know, their power could be crap. You know what I mean? Like it could be the rats chewing on the cable right there back. Like, I mean, $70 for that peace of mind, especially if you're like a gigging musician and your money. There's a guy that he's on Facebook right now, and he was dealing with the fact that he had crappy like power strips, and they weren't surge protectors, and he lost a lot of equipment.
Oh yeah, I mean,
from a giant power surge.
I either had a power surge or my building got struck by lightning a few years back, and a lot of my stuff survived it, but some things got damaged, and particularly my my cable modem and anything connected via Ethernet got fried in the process.
Wow.
So I lost my Wi-Fi router. I lost the Ethernet jack in my iMac stopped working.
Oh.
But so it's Wi-Fi only now, but it's fine, and my sister's not complaining, so because I gave it to him. But yeah, I mean, those things can happen, and you should use surge protectors whenever you can.
Always use protection, guys and girls. Don't get quiet with me. That was a legitimate statement. It's not my fault that you can't stop thinking about other things, you pervert. All right, we can move on, Scott.
Segues are your job. I'm just waiting for you to move on.
All right.
Yeah, you move on from this.
All right. Well, speaking of moving on,
pervert.
All right, so, speaking of moving on, all right, so there's another thing too that I want to hit that I just remember that we didn't talk about. But let's talk about this really quick, and then we can move on to this last thing, because the last thing you guys might know about, but we didn't talking about it, so it'll be kind of off the cuff. All right, so right now, this article says there is a worldwide panic on the availability of vacuum tubes. EHX's Mike Matthews on the murky future of valve amps. So Mike Matthews is saying that there's a worldwide panic on the availability of vacuum tubes. So here's my initial reaction.
Did you read the article?
Is it a fucking joke?
No, there's actual legitimate reasons, and they explain it in the article instead of just reading the headline.
No, like I understand that, but here's my thing though.
So
I don't always. I didn't read the article. Here's my thing though. Here's my thing. Doesn't EHX make vacuum tubes, or they produce vacuum tubes? They sell them.
They do, and that's the exact point of the article. Is he's saying that their plant is at 100% capacity because one of the plants in China, the Shangguang factory in China, is moving and is shut down production. And so it seems there are only 3 places that make tubes anymore. There's the Chinese one. There's the one in Slovakia. Right. I think like JJ Electronics. And
Tungsol.
I think Tungsol is the Russian one, isn't it? New sensor.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, so there's the Russian one too. And so they went from like lead times, they're saying lead times of a month to 6 months now. Everyone's at 100% capacity because right now there's more demand than supply.
So,
as is another, we're having this global logistics issue right now. right? Like we've been having, it's impossible to get enough processors built.
But I want to make my point. I want to make my point that I don't trust the guy who's selling a bunch of them to be like, oh yeah, they're going away. And I'm not saying Mike Matthews is causing a scare. I'm skeptical.
I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
He's saying there's a panic on the availability of vacuum tubes because everyone's back ordered right now.
I know. I'm just saying I don't trust him. I don't trust the man.
Okay. Are you going anywhere with this, or are you just saying?
No. I was just saying, like, I mean, if you are the one supplying it, and you say, what is this going to do? It's going to make people want to buy tubes.
I mean, yeah, essentially, you're pouring gas on the fire. If there's already a panic and you're making articles about a panic buying is going to come. This is toilet paper all over again.
Yeah, and you know who did really well during the toilet paper scare? Fucking Charmin. They did great.
Did they?
I mean, they sold a shitload of toilet paper, more than they normally would.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
What, are you mad that I'm not offering opinion on something I have no knowledge of?
No, it's the dismissiveness that it feels like.
Well, where you were jumping to conclusions without knowledge. That's where I'm being like, well, was there any evidence, or is it just simply
it literally was speculation.
Okay. Then my skepticism is merited. Is it not?
I guess, yeah.
But these are made in such like large quantities.
I hope people listening to this feel as awkward as we do right now.
I don't understand why we're fighting.
Like, I'm not yelling. I'm just confused.
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
Yeah.
Our chemistry's off today, aren't we?
I'm wearing shorts. That's why I'm wearing pants. I told you if this episode sucks, it's because I'm wearing pants. That's the title.
So here's a fun one. Everyone kept saying there's been an article every couple of years about like the future of tubes and everyone being like, what are we going to do? Right. So so a factory's moving, production's down, demand is apparently staying high, which is interesting because everyone keeps talking about the death of tube amps, right? Like there's no demand for it anymore. The Helix is going to kill the tube amp, and yet there's still a shortage. Or at least like production was at demand levels and now it's tipped. So are we seeing a surge in demand for tubes all of a sudden? Other than a bunch of touring acts finally going back on tour and they might be bulking up?
What?
Buying in bulk, fine.
Okay. All right, but listen, here's the thing that I have to say is that
you have to have the idea in your head before you start saying I have an idea to say.
Sometimes I just start a sentence and I don't know where I'm going. We just hope I find it.
I 100% just caught you doing that, didn't I?
Yeah, that's totally what happened. Well, I didn't know. I knew what I wanted to say. I had the point and then I forgot the point when I started the sentence and then I remembered the point. Now I've forgotten my point again. What was all right? So people are buying like crazy. They're buying new amps and you got to put tubes in these new amps too. I mean, like that's a big thing as well. I don't think it's like people are going out and touring and they're buying in, like you said, buying in bulk to get ready for tours and stuff like that. I think it's the fact that people are buying more amps. And also one thing that's happening is I feel like with tubes, there's a lot of hybrid stuff going on. And that might have a lot to do with it. I think people are more getting more comfortable with the hybrid stuff. But yeah,
I'm talking about stuff that has like the solid state
it's like two
amplifier with a tube preamp.
Yeah.
Is there that much new stuff in that area though?
Probably not. I was bullshitting on.
Oh really?
But yeah, just that thing.
Just that.
Okay.
Okay.
Dick. Sorry.
Justified.
We've established, yes. Diaz is being a jackass. Scott's going to be a dick.
I mean, tube amps are viable now that we have things like the two notes stuff is becoming so prevalent, the aux box, things like that. You're starting to see YouTubers go back to tube amps. Yep. But is there that much on the user side that you're seeing? I mean, we were both kind of joking about how like we're not hanging out on Facebook anymore or much in the forums, but like, are you seeing a trend of that? I'm still seeing a lot of the modelers still become more and more mainstream. So,
well, so back with my hybrid statement to make it justified, I see a lot of people are kind of doing both now, because it used to be like the line was in the, draw the line in the sand. You're either tube or digital, and I feel like people are seeing, like you said, especially with like the two notes and the what is the thing called, the Oxblood or Oxford or
Oxbox or the Waza tube amp expander? Let's make sure we're including Roland, and please send us one, Roland.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, so even I was thinking about that. So I've gotten rid of all of my I got rid of my Geneva, I got rid of my Iridium, I sold that, and
you just have your Waza Airs now, right?
That, and I've got my I've got a few amps. And I've thought about just kind of messing with amps for a while again too. Really, I'm gonna save. I'm probably gonna stomp. But yeah, I mean, I think that it's becoming so easy to use tubes, like you said, that I feel like a lot of people are going back to them. But I feel like,
you have all the two note stuff being built into amp heads now too, and a lot of new ones, like your favorite hat manufacturer, Rev. They do the two notes thing right in, so you don't even need a cab to run their heads. But it's
I still can't believe someone got pissed off about that.
Did someone get pissed off about it?
Oh yeah, someone made a YouTube comment on the 60 Cycle Hum channel about it.
Oh, that you should have given it to a kid or what?
I don't know. I did give it to kids. I gave it to my kids. Like that's they didn't have shirts for me, so I was like, "Oh, get hats for the kids."
Actually, speaking of which, I just bought a new shirt, gear related.
Oh my gosh!
Why are you mad about that?
I just don't want to know what it is.
Oh,
I kind of do. Tell us.
Old Blood.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, the one that just says OBNE.
Nice.
So no one will know it's a guitar shirt when I'm wearing it, except for it's a black shirt. So it's a pretty safe bet that if it's a black shirt with writing on it, it's a guitar shirt. Actually, if it's a shirt for me with writing on it, it's a guitar shirt.
Yeah.
Or something I'm working out in. Outside of that.
Who's backing up?
Someone in my neighborhood.
Okay, it's yours.
I don't think it's me.
Windows open here.
Okay. All right. So, and here's the last thing we're going to talk about really quick, and then we're going to wrap this bad boy up.
Did you put something else in here?
Nope. I didn't put it in yet. Well, I'm not putting it in at all. So,
oh Lord,
one of our friends in the gear world, John Cusack, owns a few companies. He owns a company called Mojo Hand Effects. He purchased it from a gentleman named Brad a few years ago. One of the pedals they have is was it Mr. O? It is a phaser based off the Maestro phaser. Gibson sent them a cease and desist. What do you at what do you think you've hit it big when Gibson sends you a cease and desist?
What's it over?
The font.
the
logo looks too close to the Maestro logo. So if you have a chance,
is it the same? If it's the same font, I think. Well, if the font is trademarked,
yeah. No, I'm not saying that John would be 100% in the right, because I am not a like trademark expert. I'm not an expert on a lot of things. But the thing is it's kind of crazy. Yeah, the Mr. O face shifter. So they sent it to them. It says, dear console, we represent Gibson, and they own the trademark for the Maestro. I'm guessing there it's the logo. Let's see. It's very similar. It's
Oh, this pedal hasn't been out for long. It came out in March.
right. So it's saying their use of the Maestro mark, which I don't know if they.
Just the thing on the M.
Maybe.
The only thing I see reminiscent is the M. There's an extra serif on the top end of the M.
Right.
Because the O's aren't even the same. Like, and everything's lowercase instead of uppercase. But okay.
Yeah, it is absolutely. So it's kind of crazy. And I think it's so. Number one, Gibson doesn't realize who they messed with when they started picking with John Cusack.
If it's in John Cusack's mind, it's on the internet very quickly.
And also, he will fucking obsess over it. Like you open up a can of worms. I would never want to be on the receiving end of John Cusack's obsession. The man is oh my gosh, he is such a smart guy. And it would just scare the crap out of me because I feel like he's one of those people that just studies everything that he wants to.
Well, it's
Except
interesting.
For some reason,
it's interesting that this news happened today because this talk about like the Mr. O phase shifter named after its creator Tom Oberheim. Because didn't Behringer do something with Oberheim today too?
I don't know.
Behringer returns the Oberheim logo to Tom Oberheim, saying it's the right thing to do. That came out today too.
Wow.
So it's weird how those two things happen at the same time.
Very weird.
Well, because actually in 2019, Gibson did the same thing, actually returning the trademark to him.
Huh.
Interesting.
Well, I don't know. I thought that was interesting news that came out today. I'm very interested to watch how this unfolds. Because like I said, John Cusack's one smart feller, so did you have to put it in the news?
Yes, because it goes in our podcast release, in our notes.
Oh yeah, in the notes. All right, so speaking of the notes, you can go check out the notes and go to see the effectsloop.com, which has links to all of our cool stuff, including our Patreon, our email, our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook group, all that fun stuff. That was just way too simple. There should be more to the ending, right? Oh, thanks to our Patreon supporters. Go to patreon.com/effectsloop and you too can join the elite. That's pretty much it.
Is that what we're calling it?
The elite? Is that the new chat room name? The elite. All right, but there's different levels. You can join Scott's Tots. You can go all the way, do the $10 and do the God Bless America level.
Or you can pay whatever you want, and Diaz will do something special for you.
Are we starting an OnlyFans for Diaz?
Yes.
Listen, if people wanted to pay to see me naked, I'd be naked, but they don't. Kylo, calm down.
Exactly.
Kylo,
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Yeah, that was him. All right. Well, all right. For Kylo and Diaz and everybody, this is the Effects Loop. Thanks for listening. How do we end this? I don't know. I can't even end this right.
That's what.
This is what happens when you guys mess with the end notes too much, where it says Patreon.
I don't mess with them. I don't
even know who did that one.
It's Chris.
I did not do that one.
What is MeTube? When are you going to start a
Facebook group? I mean, come on, guys.
Okay, I really don't mess with this. All right, for the Effects Loop, I'm Diaz.
And I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
And that's Kylo. And we'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
God, I hate you.
No, you don't.
You made him mad.
I can Diaz angry.
That's the secret. He's always angry.
He's always moaning that Diaz is doing
Yes,
stupid
yes.
crap.
This is I know you're not hungry. That's probably it. You probably ate too fast. Now your tummy hurts. Yeah.
Wow, he really does
Yeah.
take after you.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Fuck you. Shut up, Kylo. Dude. Alright. Well, I guess that was an episode. That's what we're calling it.
That was an episode.
What's the title? What was it again?
I can't write that.
What? No, that if this episode sucks, it's because I'm wearing pants or something like that.
Oh, I thought we were going with I don't know shit about fuck or something like
Yeah,
that.
you don't know shit about fuck, my man. Dude, you gotta watch that Robin Williams special. It's so great.
Is that on something? I mean, other than the
Probably
cocaine
on
that
YouTube.
Robin Williams is on.
I was about to say he was on cocaine. Let's see. On Broadway, 2002 film.
This is good post-step content right now. Let it roll.
This song is not about race or politics, but the hate that resides in the hearts of men. Desperate times calling desperate measures. So why don't we be desperate to love each other?
Let's erase hate from the dictionary. Why is negativity always drawn out? Pictionary, visualize love. Energize lives together. We undefeated. A plan to make weathers, no gloves needed when we weed into the mindset.
We are live.
Believing in a community that remains happy.
Fuck it, I'll do it live.
Every week.
I mean, yeah, it works though, right?
Sure.
Just make sure you throw out this week is brought to you by Joke In, and I, for one, embrace our new overlords, and then
I, for one, embrace our new robot overlords.
trying to think of whatever jokes Diaz tries to pull off every week, like he's never said them before.
Fuck you, Scott.
Like that one.
how about that's
Every
it?
week.
That's a
Every
new
week.
one. That's a new one. Fuck you, Scott. This episode's brought to you by Fuck You, Scott. It's my new product I'm coming out with.
You just turn that into okay.
What did I turn it into?
You
What
just
the
pulled
fuck?
another one of the this week's brought to you by jokes right into that one too after being called out on it.
Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz,
Chris.
I'm Scott.
and we're keeping you in the loop with the guitar community.